What's going on, people? Welcome back to the Daily Dose. I hope you're having a great afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. Let's get straight into the news as Frank Lampard set to be sacked by Chelsea and replaced by Thomas Tuchel following poor Premier League performances. Of course, this article by Nazir Kinsella, please correct me if I'm saying that incorrectly. Of course, the Blues icon is set to leave Stamford Bridge in just 18 months in charge, with the former Borussia Dortmund and PSG coach Thomas Tuchel due to take over. Frank Lampard is set to be sacked from his role as Chelsea manager and replaced with former Paris Saint-Germain coach Thomas Tuchel. Lampard has been in charge of the club for over 18 months, but leaves because of poor performances, following 5 defeats in the last 8 games. That is poor form, and when you look at how much money Chelsea spent on the likes of Timo Werner and Kai Havertz who aren't performing, it's shocking scenes, and it does seem that Lampard does have to be sacked, even though he is a club legend, and it would be sad to see him leave Stamford Bridge. He'll be replaced by Tuchel, with goal understanding that the verbal agreement has been in place between Chelsea and the incoming manager for a couple of days before the news of Lampard's departure became public. It comes just 24 hours after Lampard led Chelsea to a 3-1 win over Luton Town in the FA Cup, but the club's Premier League performances have led to growing concerns. Many concerns indeed, given that they are 8th, 7th in the league, after, as I said earlier, spending so much money. The 42-year-old has achieved a top 4 finish in the last season, which deemed impressive, having taken over the club under a transfer ban. Of course, having to play the kids, the likes of Mason Mount, Billy Gilmore, Tammy Abraham, Fakao Tomori. They brought back Kurt Zuma, Reece James as well. That was deemed impressive, but now as he spent £220 million or $275 million on new signings to try and close the gap on Liverpool and Manchester City, it is less than shocking. You would expect more, and earlier this season we were talking about Chelsea being title contenders, and now it looks like they're fighting for the Europa League spots with West Ham and David Moyes. Back to the article, it hasn't worked, with Timo Werner and Kai Havertz suffering prolonged periods of poor form under their new manager. While Chelsea's performances as a team were increasingly getting worse. Worse they were indeed. We move on to the Daily Mail, where Arsenal reach an agreement to sign Martin Odegaard on loan from Real Madrid until the end of the season, with the midfielder convinced to join talks with Mikel Arteta in the hunt for regular first-team football. Of course, he's not getting regular first-team football, with the likes of Luka Modric and Toni Kroos ahead of him in the Real Madrid squad. Arsenal have agreed to sign Martin Odegaard on a loan from Real Madrid. The 22-year-old midfielder will officially sign until the end of the season. Arteta helped convince Odegaard to choose Arsenal over other clubs. Arsenal is set to pay £2.5 million with a loan fee, and also pay Odegaard's salary. It seems like the 22-year-old is expected to join immediately until the end of the season, which will hinder the progress of the likes of Joe Willock and Emile Smith-Rowe, especially given that he has been playing so well and his performances have been good. But it seems like in the hunt for European football, the hunt for Europa League football, now the Champions League football seems like it's out of the question. Mikel Arteta has been looking to bring in the Norwegian to add that creative spark in the middle of the park, along with the workhorse of Thomas Partey and that controlling left foot of Granit Xhaka. It seems like we are moving closer and closer to that deal, given that Odegaard was rumoured to be on his way to London yesterday, Sunday, and has to isolate once he arrives before he starts training with the squad. Now to Sky Sports, where Gareth Bale at Tottenham with this news story about Jose Mourinho saying Tottenham forward has to earn minutes on the pitch. Jose Mourinho says Gareth Bale has to earn game time with Tottenham just like every other player. Bale has yet to discover his best form after returning to Spurs on a season-long loan from Real Madrid. He could feature in the FA Cup fourth round tie at Wickham on Monday, which is today. Of course, Bale being kept out of the squad by the likes of Eric Lamela, and Steven Bergwijn, who have looked above average when they get minutes on the pitch. Tottenham boss Jose Mourinho says he cannot just give Bale minutes on the pitch, insisting he has to earn them. Bale has yet to make a major impact since rejoining Spurs on a season-long loan from Real. The Portuguese says Bale could play in Monday's FA Cup tie against Wickham Wanderers, but insists every minute on the pitch has to be earned. Indeed it does. A big name does not get you straight into the starting 11 when it comes to Jose Mourinho. Moving on to a former club of Jose Mourinho's, with Manchester United pipping Liverpool to the FA Cup 5th round, beating them 3-2 at Old Trafford. Of course, this highlights Liverpool's need to sign a centre-back, but that couldn't be such an easy process as FSG have the keys to that, and if there are no funds available, then Jurgen Klopp cannot do anything about that situation. Of course, we all know, and Klopp himself knows, that Liverpool do need a centre-back, and they can't rely on the likes of Nat Phillips and Reece Williams, as we saw yesterday, with a poor performance from Williams. But it's not up to Klopp on the transfers, as there is a whole background staff of the transfer committee, and it seems like they aren't able to bring on a centre-back in January due to financial issues. Of course, the club did win the Premier League and Champions League, but that money has gone elsewhere, and it seems like we're gone are the days of splashing 75 million on Virgil van Dijk, and if the club were to bring in a centre-back now, it seems that that would hinder the transfers in the summer, given that there wouldn't be any funds available. Moving on to the latest transfer news, and we've only got one big name, and that's Mesut Ozil, whose move to Fenerbahce, has been confirmed on a free transfer. Thank you for joining me today. I know my talking and my enunciation has been clapped, but we keep improving. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and bye-bye.